Hi, everybody. My name is Catherine, and I am the creator of Mom Talk Educate. I'm also a newborn photographer who's been specialized in newborn photography for 12 years with Raindrop Photography. And I started my YouTube channel a few years ago just to share my knowledge and help others. And I also have a mentoring program, and this is Raven, and she is one of my previous students with the program that I used to have called Hush Baby, and it's now called the Newborn Posing Photography Academy. This is Raven. Say hi, Raven.
Hi.
And we're going to ask Raven a few questions about what she thought about the mentoring program, as well as we're going to show her Instagram account. So you'll be able to click on Raven's Instagram account and her website after you watch this video. So you'll be able to find the details in the description of the video. Okay. So Raven, tell me a little bit about your photography journey, because I know you were already a photographer when you joined my mentoring program. How long had you been doing photography for?
Yeah, I started back, I think in like 2011. I thought I was going to be like a wedding photographer. That quickly died. And I had a toddler at the time, and I was a single mom. So it was a very slow start. And it was also that time, I think like digital photography was just kind of becoming a thing more. Newborn photography was just becoming a thing, and with the digital ways of doing stuff. But there was not a lot of education out there. There was nothing like we have today at all. It was kind of try to figure it out yourself, basically. And it wasn't, definitely any education that was out there was not affordable, especially for somebody just starting out, I don't think, kind of thing, right? So yeah, it was a long journey. It was a lot of trial and error, and I probably did everything the hardest way possible because
We all do
that's what
when
I
we
do. I jump
start.
in and just think I can do this, and then, oh, I can't do this, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, so it was definitely a journey for
Yeah.
many years. And just when, I don't know, just when you think you have figured it out, you realize you didn't. The more
Yeah.
you know, the more you realize you're not doing so great, kind of thing,
So
right? So
what was your goal like when you started working with me as like joining my mentoring program? What was your goal?
my goal was hopefully, I guess I'd wanted to like really refine my posing and my editing and everything. Like I kept seeing stuff, like I see your photos, I'm like, oh, I can see that's what I want. That's how I want my photos to look. And something just wasn't clicking quite right. And I just couldn't get it there. So that was my hope, to be able to just, just refine and be able to just perfect it. Not that it's perfect yet either, but it just, yeah. And I tried other, like I even tried a mentoring program years before, and it just kind of wasn't, I paid a lot and I didn't feel like I got much out of it. I know, I think I questioned you before I even signed up. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this really going to be worth it? And I probably insulted you, but I was just like,
Yeah.
I was just in that apprehensive stage because I really wanted to get there, and I was just really frustrated at that time of why I couldn't just do it. Should I just give up? And then a friend recommended you, and I started following you, and I was just like, okay, I just got to do it. I just got to have faith. And yeah, so glad I did.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you did too. So, would you say that, um, okay, I'm just going to pick which question I'm going to ask you next.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you say, okay, let me see here. Okay. I'm just going to pull up your, Instagram account,
Okay.
and, we'll take a look at some of your older work, and
Oh
then
God.
we will, and then
Okay.
we will kind of see your progression.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Oh, I have the wrong things. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay, I just got to pull it up because I clicked on my Facebook group by accident. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Where is Zoom? Share. Okay. So your company is called Raven Jade Photography.
It is
So
now, yeah.
Yes. And so I am just gonna go back here to the beginning phases when you had first joined,
Mhm.
and tell me when I'm getting, I think it's
Probably
quite a ways
close
down.
here, yeah.
I think this is one of the first babies you worked on
Yeah,
in
I
the program.
think it was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was like my first chin on hands. I was like, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, that's definitely my older stuff there starting.
Okay. So this is, yeah. So this is your older work.
Yeah.
And let's just try and find some newborn photography. Yeah. So definitely the style is a lot different.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's kind of go up. So I remember that when you joined me, you were really excited to learn how to do the bucket pose and
Yep,
like, yeah, and you did it. You nailed
I
it.
did
Yeah, I'm very like
it.
very proud of you. You did awesome. So yeah, so you can see like this is the very beginning. I already see like progress.
Yeah.
Excellent. And I like the styling too. Yeah. Look at her, so cute.
Almost had bucket pose there, those hands
Yeah,
though.
look at, I mean, it's funny though that now that you've done the mentoring program, like you can see, oh, I should have, pulled the elbows
Right?
apart
Yeah.
more, and
You
like you
notice
can
the little
see,
details.
mhm.
Yeah,
And that's what
totally.
the mentoring program does, is it teaches you exactly, okay, so this is what I did, this is what I got to do next time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's something that I really focus on in the mentoring program is giving CC, and every time, oh, this is the one. This is like your first perfect bucket.
Yeah.
Good job, you did it. And now it's probably just a walk in the park.
Most times, sometimes there's that odd baby that just doesn't want to do it, but
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me?
how chubby
I
he is. Isn't he
remember when you
cute?
posted. That was so cute.
Aw.
So, so cute. And like, yeah, like you can see your editing, your he just looks relaxed, like the
Yeah,
crop of it, like you're filling the frame, like it's just really, really good. Like you did amazing.
thank you.
And I love like, yeah, just incorporating like different ways, making, the most of what you have the baby
Yeah,
wrapped in, and just like making the most of you know, your
yeah,
workflow.
your angles, learning. Yeah, it was a big thing of like just moving around the baby and getting different angles was a big thing too. I was like, oh yeah, duh. Like it seems so obvious, but then you're like, why didn't I think of that?
It's
Like
funny, like it's funny, and
hmm
it's just the way it is. And sometimes it just takes another photographer to point it out, and then you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
could have done that right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So excellent job, great work. Um, Beautiful maternity too.
Oh, thank you.
Love it. So definitely great glow up. You can go and check out Raven's Instagram at Raven Jade Photography and go give her a follow, and say hi to her and ask her questions if you want to.
Absolutely. I'll try and answer.
So just a couple questions about how you are feeling since doing the mentoring program. So what did you did a 12-month program with me, right?
Yes, yes, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how would
Awesome.
you describe like the changes in your workflow and your client satisfaction and basically your overall quality of your work?
Oh, it's improved like miles for sure. My confidence for one, just being able to watch you do like your newborn lives that you did, it just it even just kind of gave me the confidence of, okay, this is what I do too, and so I'm doing it right. I just have to refine it, that kind of thing. Like, okay, yes, I'm my lighting is in the right place, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like
Yeah.
it definitely helped my confidence, that I didn't have for 8-10 years, that I just always questioned myself. I'm a questioner, and I wanted to grow, but I didn't know if I was doing it right. So just being able to be like that fly on the wall, watching you do your thing and listening to you talk through it and stuff, it just solidified what I was doing right and what I needed to work on. And So that I found was just a huge difference right there. And then just all the little tips and tricks, and just rewatching the videos sometimes, being like, okay, I did this, why didn't it turn out? And then you go back and watch it and you're like, oh right, I forgot that little step, and it can make such a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
So just having that, it definitely helped my confidence. It helped get my creativity flowing too, watching somebody else do something and you're like, oh yeah, that would be great, like not
Yeah.
copying, but just being inspired by it. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it definitely changed a whole lot. I was always an advocate for safety of newborns, of course, and just watching that you reiterate that is a huge thing for sure. And making sure you do things. I still don't even do like froggy very well, just because I have to work on. That's my next one. I'm gonna work on.
Yeah.
But definitely learning. Yeah, just again reiterating and doing the correct way, just gives you confidence knowing that how to do it properly.
Yeah.
And I think clients see that for sure. And I get so many comments now, oh, you're the baby whisperer, you're so good with them, you're like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, I have the tips and tricks, and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
all learning and stuff. But
Awesome. What
yeah.
would you say, this is a random question for you, but what would you say is the difference between my mentoring course and maybe, let's say, other online tutorials that maybe you've purchased in the
Well, I
past?
think because you're present. So I found that a huge thing, is that you were present, that you were open to asking questions, that you don't hold anything back. I found a lot of other educators, I guess you can call them, they give you the surface, but that's all, right? Because I don't know, I don't want to sound negative, but there are some out there that are just, they give you the surface and then they leave you questioning, like, well, what's the finishing touch? What am I missing? And that's what I felt for so long. And so, yeah, I don't know. And you just feel like you don't get your worth out of it, right? Because you didn't get your final answers. Something was just missing. And I don't know if they're afraid to give it away because they don't want you to succeed as much as that. I don't know what it is. Honestly, sorry. But yeah, there's so much out there. There's really a lot of great educators out there too. And you are one of them, but there are a lot that I think are just in there for the money, unfortunately. So it's really hard to fish through those, unfortunately, and figure out who's who sometimes.
So basically, you like that I give you the nitty gritty,
Yeah,
and I don't hold anything back. So
exactly.
that is something that I wished that there was available in all courses that I had taken previously as well. And I think that's
Yeah.
why I like to share everything too. Um,
Hmm.
and I like that, like, as you know, if you join something, you have to put in the work and the effort. And you did,
Yep.
you put in the work and you participated, you posted your pictures for CC, which is constructive criticism, and you
Mhm.
took it. Like, and I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I'm a harsh critic or anything.
Not at all.
So I would say that my goal to give CC is to, like, not just
You and
fluff up, but give you real
yeah.
pointers to help you with your next session.
Yes, you were very encouraging, but you definitely pointed out, okay, this is great, but do this next time, or try this next time, right? Like, so it was helpful. It didn't make you feel like you're a failure, but
Yeah,
it
and
helped
it's
you
scary. It's
yeah, it can
scary
be
to
for
put your
sure.
work into the world. Like, I remember,
Yeah.
when I first started, and to put my work on an online thread or an online group, I was just dying inside because I was
Yeah.
terrified of what someone might say about it.
Yeah.
I needed answers, and I needed to know, okay, what do I do next time? How can I get better? And I think
Yeah.
that's the whole point of the group that I have, is it's a small group. So you don't
Hmm.
disappear. Like,
Yeah.
you show up, you post your work, you get the help you need. And that's also beneficial with the Zooms, is
Hmm.
that when you show up for the Zooms, and I know you know this because you were in my program for a 12-month period,
Hmm.
and you showed up a lot of the time, but
Hmm.
not everybody progressed, because if they don't show up, then then they're not going to progress because they're not
Yeah.
putting in the work, they're not putting in the time.
Yeah, you have to have the right mindset. Like, if you really truly want to grow, it is scary, especially when you're like, oh my God, I love this photo. I can't believe I did this. And then you post it for CC and then it gets torn apart per se, right?
I don't tear anything
But
apart.
no,
So let
and
me
you
just,
you
like,
don't, absolutely. I was
you know,
talking about like other forums and whatnot, right?
yeah,
But even just hearing like, oh, this could be a little bit better. Sometimes it, you know, you have to
it
keep it
hurts.
in your mind that it's, you know,
Yeah.
that's how I progress. That's how I become more perfect and get better. And it's definitely hard. But it's so much more comfortable like in your group because you knew everybody in there was going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit more personal, and you become like internet friends with everybody in there, and you can grow together. So it was a lot more comfortable doing it that way.
Well, thank you for sharing all your experiences. I really
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time. And I'm going to link this interview to Mom Talk Monthly as well as my YouTube channel. And I'm going to also post it in the Facebook group. So you'll be able to check out Raven's work. It'll be in the description below the video. And go and say hi to her and give her a shout out. Tell her where you found her. And again, thank you so much, Raven. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kat.
So this is my mentoring program, momtalklessons.com. You can find all the information on what the program includes. And there are many different aspects to this program. And I'd love to just walk you through some of the things that makes this amazing. So this Newborn Posing Photography Academy has 6 months worth of group support and coaching. And in the first module, it's going to include so much, but it also includes contracts, newborn safety, basically mastering how to do a model call, pricing for profit, not just, you know, to make ends meet, and also a cost of doing business calculator. Okay, module 2 is going to walk you through all the detailed lighting, setups, equipment. I have a very thorough lighting tutorial that's going to teach you exactly what you need to look for when you are posing a newborn, as well as a diagram that you can download. As well as we have module 3 with posing tutorials. So all of the poses are actually broken up into individual videos for quick referencing. You'll also have a workflow that you can download, as well as resources such as downloadable PDFs that show you angles to avoid and how to get the most out of each session. Then we have module 4 that includes the recorded newborn lives. Now this is super beneficial for those that want to watch, you know, all of it rather than having a detailed tutorial or a edited tutorial. This will show you how I soothe, how I interact, how I set up, how I handle everything that happens during a newborn live or newborn session. And then module 5 will cover everything for editing and culling and basically everything that you need to deliver your images to your client. So that's all covered in module 5. And then our bonus is actually a full one-on-one workshop day with me at my studio in Edmonton, Alberta. And so you're going to, you know, take everything that you learn from the online courses or the online modules and really see them in action in real time at my studio with me one-on-one. We also have a full month of SEO services with our expert, Dave Rosen, and he is fantastic and he will teach you what you need to learn for your SEO. Okay, you can go through these testimonials at your own convenience. This program does include 2 monthly Zoom calls as well as audio. You can listen to the videos if you don't want to watch them. And then it also has a private Facebook mentoring group where I will stream a newborn live if one happens over the next couple of months. There's also 4 pre-recorded newborn sessions that are in module 4. So you have plenty of content to go through. I do go over the pricing and why and how to make sure that you are pricing for profit. And you have 2 options to join. So I have broken up the pay in full into 6 monthly payments. So if you are interested in doing a month-to-month payment, It's 6 months commitment and it's $387 per month or a one payment of $2,300. So fill out an application. It's very easy. I will reach out to you over WhatsApp. In the application, you do have to give me your WhatsApp contact info so that we can chat and make sure that we're a good fit for each other. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. You can email me, momtalkeducate@gmail.com. You can also check out all of this information at momtalklessons.com. And this really is the perfect fit for you if you are a creative and you want to get help at getting better at your newborn posing, and you're ready to ditch the imposter syndrome that so many have and suffer from, and if you've got the desire and motivation to work hard. And this definitely isn't for you if you already think your work is perfect and you don't want to improve your skills and you don't want to have an amazing community to support you. Okay, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch this interview, and I hope to see you inside the mentoring program.